Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents by Lindsay C. Gibson. Audiobook Summary and Review by Story Shots. You spent your childhood being the adult in the room, and you're still doing it. Introduction. Growing up, you learned to read moods, manage crises, and shrink your needs to keep the peace. You became emotionally self-sufficient before you understood what emotions even were. That's the thesis of Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. How to Heal from Distant, Rejecting, or Self-Involved Parents by Lindsay C. Gibson. This book explains why some of us left childhood feeling invisible and why we're still drawn to relationships that replay the same pattern. Emotionally immature parents live in the present tense. Emotionally immature parents can't hold two realities at once. If they're angry, you're the problem. If they're anxious, the world is ending. They experience their emotions as facts, not feelings. This means they can't reflect, can't apologize, and can't acknowledge your separate inner life. You learned early that your job was to manage their emotional weather. You became hyper-attuned to shifts in mood, expert at de-escalation, fluent in unspoken tension. Emotionally immature people can't step outside themselves to see how they come across. If you still second-guess your gut or feel guilty for having needs, this dynamic is still running. You became an internalizer to survive. Children in emotionally immature families adopt one of four roles. Internalizers are the ones who seem fine. They absorb the family dysfunction quietly, turning inward instead of acting out. They become self-sufficient, responsible, and invisible. Internalizers grow into adults who excel at appearing capable while feeling empty inside. They're the ones everyone leans on, the ones who don't ask for help. Internalizers focus inward, but not in a healthy way. They scan themselves for flaws instead of needs. You're probably still performing emotional self-sufficiency while your actual needs go unmet. Healing starts when you stop auditioning for their approval. The hardest truth in this book: your emotionally immature parent will not suddenly see you. They won't have the insight breakthrough you've been waiting for. They can't give you what they don't have. Healing doesn't start when they change. It starts when you stop trying to earn their emotional presence. This isn't about cutting off contact or staging a confrontation. It's about withdrawing your hope from a relationship that can't deliver. It's about recognizing that their limitations are not your failure. And it's about redirecting the energy you've spent managing their emotions toward building relationships with people who can actually meet you halfway. You can't make someone emotionally mature, but you can stop letting their immaturity define your worth. If this changed how you think about your childhood patterns, someone in your life probably needs to hear it too. Final summary. This summary of Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents by Gibson connects three insights. Emotionally immature parents experience their feelings as the only reality. Internalizers survive by becoming invisible. And healing requires withdrawing hope from relationships that can't deliver. The book reveals how to build the capacity for emotional intimacy when you never saw it modeled. What specific language to use when setting boundaries with a parent who interprets any boundary as rejection, and how to differentiate healthy self-reflection from the anxious self-monitoring that kept you safe as a child. Gibson spent decades as a clinical psychologist treating adult children who couldn't name what was missing from their childhoods. We're putting together the full summary of Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents right now with a visual infographic and animated video. Follow the book in the Story Shots app to get it the moment it's ready.